first episode of The Quick 8 by 8 Homes. We have got a special guest, Brian Wheelahan, who's our Senior Assistant Coach for this year. Welcome.
Thanks, Ratta. Good to be here.
We're in the Centre 4 here out of Woodley. What do you think of the house?
It's not bad, is it? It's very,
beautiful house. We'll show you some pictures of that later on. Mate, first of all, you're returning to Centrals. So what convinced you that you needed to be back in the navy blue?
Oh, I guess it sort of recharged the motivation and the passion having the last couple of years off, and a new beginning with a new senior coach and a new group of players, and not only missing football full stop, but it's my home club, and I've missed the mateship, and since committing last, whenever it was, September, October, I haven't looked back, and just loving being back.
Mate, we're really excited to have you back too, mate. Talking about the playing group, how's the pre-season go? What's really impressed you this year?
Oh, well, I guess the bubble and the energy. Blokes are wanting to rock up and train. Don't get me wrong, numbers have been a bit up and down, but you can see the boys can't wait for, in particular this week, for round one, and just the energy, and we have worked our backsides off, particularly before Christmas, with lots of running blocks, but it's a new beginning, and we're coming from a long way back, so I think we only can improve from here.
That's right. We do have a bit of work to do, but in saying that, we've got a good crew of young kids at the club. Which ones really stand out for you, and where do you see our under 18 group and our young kids going this year?
Yeah, I guess that's something that the coaching panel and myself have spoken about, that it's probably, we're not going to set unrealistic goals in terms of where we finish. It's about improvement, and particularly these kids who drive this and be 10-year players at the footy club. So little sinkers and Connor Corris and Daisy, they'll all get a taste of senior footy, whether it be this week or throughout the year, and that drives the older boys, and even creates a bit of excitement for us coaches to see they've already improved over the space that we've had them, and we can't wait to see what they produce at senior level.
I think also the supporters are looking forward to seeing those kids. We've seen some of those kids play junior footy for so many years, and we're really excited to see them putting on the navy blue and hopefully playing senior footy for us this year.
Sure.
You were named as a co-captain in the Team of the Era for all your efforts over the years for the club, and your passion and loyalty and commitment was outstanding. We've just recently announced Jimmy Aquilina as our new captain. What are your thoughts on him?
You throw a blanket over all those blokes who've been through the tough times in Jimmy Aqua and Diesel and Nanas. We think we've got a terrific leadership group. It wasn't an easy decision. We had lots of not heated debates, but lots of deliberation. We wanted to make sure we made the right choice, and as I said, those two boys, and in particular Jimmy, who loves to stamp his authority on the game early. We can't wait for those two boys to lead the side and the development, not only this year but the next 5 years. So congratulations to those two boys.
I'm really curious, mate. What are your thoughts about the new AFL's ruling on the head high tackles? I would have played about 8 games, right? We know I was the best at it. Is it fair to say that you and Toby McLean are good mates?
No, how it works is that Darren Buick was me being a mad Bomber supporter. Darren Buick was the one that I learnt it from, and then I took over, and then later down the track, Lindsay Thomas, who doesn't do it as good as I do. But it's quite humorous to see, and rightly or wrongly, probably overdid it at times, but I'm sure I got more than I didn't.
I do have a ripper photo that really shows the technique that you delivered on a weekly basis, especially in that pocket at Mackie Park in front of the crowd. You loved it there. Okay, over the 10 plus years that you've been involved with the footy club, what stands out as being the funniest moment?
Well, I'm glad you asked this, Ratta. It would have to be the infamous Little Hendo. I think I was coaching at the time. were playing Romsey when they were up and about at our old venue at Mackie Park, and Hendo was doing a half decent job on him, and he was letting him know that, and Moorcroft took a nice grab and proceeded to kick the ball out in the full, and I think Hendo ran up and chest pumped him and gave him a bit of a spray, and obviously Hendo took the free kick out of bounds on the full right next to the point post, and I don't know, 5 seconds later I turned around and Hendo's kicked the ball straight back into the point post, and it was a free kick to Moorcroft, who turned around and slotted one, and obviously he had the last laugh, but Hendo loves that story, and that's why we love him.
Beautiful, thank you. What's been a highlight for you over the years at Centrals?
From a player's perspective, I recall beating Diggers, who have been probably the benchmark for a lot of respect, probably the most respected team in the competition. Beating them about eight years back on their home turf, and beating them by a few goals. I think Greenie was coach, Chuggy was playing, and I remember Chuggy kicked the sealer that day, and I was running back to shepherd it through, and I actually bear hugged the goal umpire because the game was over. So that was quite a memorable moment from a player's perspective. Obviously, once I finished and then coaching the first year to beat Romsey in round 17 to seal the deal and play finals, it meant a lot for not only myself but the playing group and the club. We spent a lot of time behind the scenes that year in terms of recruiting and getting things right, and to be rewarded to play finals. I know it didn't go according to plan that final out at Romsey, but to make it gave us a bit of excitement for the next coming years.
And let's hope we can replicate that over the next few years too.
Sure.
Finally, mate, we got round one against our arch rival, our local derby against Rockbank this Saturday. Obviously, it's not the only derby that's happening, but this is our most important fixture. We start at 9. Have you got a message for our members and supporters?
Yeah, well, it's going to be a busy day with the netball starting at midday, and the under 18s at 3 and reserves 5, and the senior boys at 7 o'clock. So it should be a massive outing for the footy club, and I guess the excitement and the unknown that every club's 0 and 0. So we don't know exactly what Rockbank are going to dish up, and likewise ourselves. But one thing we can guarantee is we'll be a competitive outfit, and we're all excited, and hopefully the supporters and the Centurion boys and all those people, including yourself, have been working hard behind the scenes, and Straubs and the senior coaches and sinkers, putting things together for what promises to be a big year for the footy club. And we just go from strength to strength with the women's netballers, and as well as the women's football, and that's something that's going to drive our next 5 or 10 years if we can make everyone happy and an enjoyable place to be around. Our club should really thrive in the Melton area. So round 1 against Rockbank, they are our arch rivals in a healthy and respectful manner. We've had lots of big clashes over the last 10 years at times. It's been 1-1 at the end of the year. So it should be a big one. Our playing group's looking forward to it, and hopefully our supporters are too. And hopefully we can come away with 4 or 5 wins by the end of the day.
Beautiful. So we implore all our supporters and our members to come out and check us out this Saturday. So that's it. Thank you very much, Brian, for coming out and doing a quick 8 by 8 homes. By all means, please come out and check out 8 homes in Woodley or Atherstone. They're affordable quality, and they definitely make it easy.